Things my wife does that would send a low-effort woman into a coma.
Let's see what you get.
She doesn't let him touch a piece of laundry. She buys all of his clothes. She plans all of their trips with an itinerary. She decorates their home to the T, and she celebrates him. You guys, the comments on this video are disturbing. So many women complaining, well, what does he do for you? And what's crazy to me is that that's in the comment section when the woman that is sitting literally right next to him, she starts off with a really bright smile. Like, she's happy. You guys see it. Well, let me tell you, her smile increases. She becomes more happy. She's like giggling through it. She's saying, oh, I didn't know that you noticed that even. Like, she feels appreciated for it, which to me just reinforces that women will say all day long that they support other women, that they're a girl's girl. But then here they are in the comment section trying to bring down a woman because she's actually in a happy marriage.
Would you tell me if I got like really fat or...
You guys are not, you're not built like us. Guys can say to each other and guys are like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I got to get my together. And women are just weak. So you say something, women are fragile. And here's they're also, no.
Stupid.
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of truth to that. Women are,
oh my God.
Women are weaker and dumber than men.
Weaker and dumb or emotionally intelligent?
No. Women, in a lot of ways, you could just say women are pathetic. And so when you have to speak honestly, you have to talk to a woman like you would a child. Hey, you know, sugar and a lot of carbs, they actually aren't that good for you. Unless you're going to expend a lot of energy. I think I might get into some tuna. You know, something like that.
I hate you so much.
But it's not your fault. It's really just being a woman.
Okay, thank you. Bye now.
A lot of modern women continue to say that men aren't putting forth effort. Yes, I am. I'm just not giving you the effort because you on some BS.
You see what the is going on outside. Balled out all summer. Nigga really spent that, including myself. Now look at you, nigga. You can't even get $2 from the hoes you done splurged on. Listen, if you knew better, you do better, man. Stop with these bums, these basic that don't got, man. Call that right now. Call her right now. Tell her to send you $300. See if she send it. Gangsta, call her right now. The that was in your section that you was spending thousands on, call her for $300 right now and see if she send it. Mr. Spin that shit ain't lying. Trust me, do better.
Women want to be owned. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. We want to. Not like a prisoner or property or something that you control. We want to be claimed, chosen, and protected. And unfortunately, society has taught women that being owned means being trapped, silenced, or devalued. And that is not true. That is not what ownership means. That's not what I'm talking about. Real ownership is the opposite of being stray. Stray means being unattached, half in, half out. Entertaining attention, keeping doors open. And most women don't thrive there. It creates anxiety because there's no container, there's no leadership, and there's no safety. Healthy ownership is an agreement a woman makes with a man. It's chosen and it's consensual. It sounds like this. You're with me. I've got you. You're safe with me. And here's the most beautiful part about that. When a man claims you the right way, you become part of him, not beneath him, not smaller than him, but part of him. You guys are in unity. So he can't hurt you without hurting himself. He can't disrespect you without disrespecting his own name. And he cannot betray you without betraying his own identity. That is positive ownership, responsibility, protection, and devotion. And it's not control. And that's why it creates safety, because a man protects what he claims and a woman softens up when she feels claims. You can't convince me otherwise.
Men have started going their own direction and quit fixing the mistakes and the foolishness. And some of the stuff is not even a mistake. It's just you doing whatever you want to do and expecting a man to save you. And when I, as a man, have stopped doing that, my life has gotten a lot better.
So what have you been up to?
Quite a few things. About you?
Same. Working on the business I'm about to launch. Super excited.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't really come here to talk about that.
So talk. And are you
Boy,
okay? Like,
that boy trying to get straight to crushing. He trying to get straight to the crush.
so what you came to tell me? Like, I'm to know, babe. And why you so far?
I like it a little bit. I need to respect myself just a little bit.
Real player shit. Hey, y'all could take notes. Very laid back, nonchalant. It ain't coming off as forced. Short responses. And he got her doing most of the talking. Which is a loyalty test. But then again, you know, outside of this loyalty test, you could tell this would make her, you know, want to put bro back in this position. Because she missed this. She don't want the next girl to have this. And I can see why. He got a personality, that mysterious. He got that mystique about him. You know, and y'all niggas gonna be like, you glad? Nah, you gotta respect good game when you see it. You know what I'm saying? But 100%, his personality is what really drive these hoes crazy. They can't get full sentences out of this nigga.
Well, honestly and truly, most of these modern women want to get their hearts broken by Chad and Tyrone. For the rest of us who actually want to improve on ourselves, we're going to go somewhere else and do that. And that's what today's sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle, helps you to do.
Disrespecting him and expecting him to give you respect back is just crazy. A man doesn't just become silent and distant overnight. He doesn't just stop communicating overnight. See, you keep talking about how his reactions are over the top, how he shouts at you, or he's toxic, or he's narcissistic, when truthfully, he just became distant and started keeping his mouth shut. But you never ask why. You never asked yourself why. You can't go around disrespecting a man in front of his family, his friends, your family, your friends, and then expect him all of a sudden to be absolutely fine with you and communicate and talk to you. Maybe the problem isn't him alone. Maybe it's also you. And maybe the big question to why he's acting the way he is because you had a lack of accountability in anything you did towards him.
People don't want to date anymore because women want men who don't exist yet and men want women who don't exist anymore. Think about it. Many women want men who are financially successful, emotionally mature, confident, loyal, funny, available, and somehow has no flaws. On the other hand, many men want women who are traditional but modern in lifestyle. They are independent but always available. They are ambitious but not too ambitious. The problem is not that such people don't exist. The problem is that we are so much interested in meeting that final person or the final product that we don't realize that real people are still growing. It's not that good men or good women don't exist, but it's the fact that we are so busy chasing perfection that we have all forgotten how to build together.
A lot of these modern women like to comment on a man's masculinity. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Well, I believe a man should be this, and this, right? But I think the problem is a lot of these modern women really don't have a concept of what a man is. You can have an opinion, but the unfortunate thing for a lot of these modern women is their opinion is wrong. Their opinion of what a man is and what a man should be is wrong. That's not actually how a man works. That's not actually how masculinity works. They don't know that. They're just talking about what they read in some book somewhere.
This is not a good time for men right now, and I personally am loving it. Obviously, we all just learned how to catch a print. So now women are objectifying men, and it's the first time that they have ever felt this, and like, welcome to our world. And we can't look away. We can't stop. It's too great. And just watching men like crash out about it.
I guarantee to you that 95% of men have no idea what you're talking about, which I think is hilarious because while women think that they're like getting a one-up on men, like they're getting their revenge, really all that's happening is you're proving that you are chronically online. I just don't think that this is a thing. And guys, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but are you feeling highly objectified because of this? I mean, if anything, they feel annoyed by women wanting, a very tall man and the high earner and whatnot, when they're looking to date. That is something that men talk about. Men are not really talking about how they're feeling objectified because of this whole catching a print. Most of them have no idea what you're talking about.
You want me to do what? Okay, I'm coming. Love you, bye. She's such a yes puppy to her husband.
Have those on my desk by 5 p.m.
Yes, sir. I will do that.
File those taxes or go to jail.
Okay, yes, whatever you say.
Ma'am, stop speeding.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can do that.
Here, take these meds.
Sure thing, anytime. Yeah.
Vow to me.
Yeah, I don't mind at all.
Absolutely not wearing that out tonight.
Okay, I'll go change.
Submit to my husband.
Do you want to raise your daughters to be grown, independent women? No. Unless you want her to be single or divorced. She's supposed to be a helper, and she's supposed to be one with her husband. It says in the Bible that a son takes a wife. He leaves his mother and father and takes a wife. It says that a daughter is given in marriage. You know what that means? Her dad's still involved. My goal with my daughters was to make them strong, but not independent. What's the difference? An independent woman is not fit to be a wife. That's why they're single and divorced or marrying guys that are less than that they can then mother. My goal with my daughters was not to make them independent, but strong. My daughters, very strong. My wife, very strong. Strength is not a problem. Independence is.
I'm going to ask a silly question, but did anyone else notice the 2 open chairs in that video? Go back and look at it if you need to. But there were very clearly 2 chairs that were not being used, but yet they still decided to make a video saying that they're sitting on the floor because there's no men left in this world. So why didn't they just use the 2 empty chairs? It seems rather strange, doesn't it? So I have to ask, is this just a video just to try to disparage men because you don't like them? Or because someone is too lazy to actually go get the chairs? This seems more like a case of rage bait. But dearie, if you're going to make a video about rage bait, at least make sure that it's believable. Because a lot of us noticed that there were empty chairs that you could have used, but instead you'd rather make a show of yourself sitting on the floor when you could have just walked over and used a chair. Well, okie dokie then. How exactly is that supposed to make any sense? Someone is going to have to explain that to me in minute detail. Why it's different when a man cheats than when a woman cheats. Because the last time that I checked, cheating is considered wrong. It's a betrayal of trust in a relationship. And I didn't know there were any qualifications on the wrongness of it based on what a person's gender happens to be. Because it's always been my opinion, instead of cheating, how about just have a conversation with the person that you're with and tell them that you no longer want to be in a relationship with them instead of betraying their trust? Wait, that would make sense. And that's why a lot of individuals decide to cheat, because they are morally bankrupt and don't have the internal fortitude, as it were, to actually talk to their partner. They just hope they don't get caught. But please, explain how this makes any sense at all.
The next man that enters my life, he is required to take me out on 3 dates before he gets my clothes off. I'm tired of men sexualizing me and objectifying me. Yeah, I've made it very easy for them to do. What happened to romance? I want romance!
It's because it's your fault. It's your fault. You created the exact problem you're complaining about. It wasn't men. It wasn't just hookup culture. It's people like you who are so quick to give up what was meant to be sacred for 3 seconds of pleasure. You're freely giving away the most beautiful sacred gift to anybody and everybody. Then you make a TikTok acting shocked when you're left feeling like nothing. Honey, a TikTok is not going to solve a problem that you created. Intimacy was never intended to be fast or casual. Now everybody wants these benefits without any boundaries or commitment. And then they wonder why everything's falling apart. Hey, little light bulb, you can't sleep with random strangers and expect to wake up feeling cherished. If you dream of having a healthy relationship one day and being a great partner, and you're involved in hookup culture and your entire idea of a connection is built on impulse and not intention, here's a little reality check. You have a lot of unlearning to do, and that starts today.
Women are attracted, generally speaking, the research shows, to men based on 3 reasons. The third is kindness. They don't want someone who's going to be a good person. They're impressed by men who are good to their parents and kind and go out of their way to help people when there's no reciprocal expectation. The second is intelligence, because the smarter you are, the more likely you are to make good decisions and protect your family's offspring. And by the way, the fastest way to communicate intelligence is humor. I've always said if you can make a woman laugh, you can kiss her.
Wow.
And then the most important thing, though, to women, and people don't like to admit this, is the man's ability to signal future resources. It's not even he has to be rich now, but he has to have his act together such that he looks like he will be a decent provider. And the number of people, the number of men we're producing that qualify in this category is shrinking.
If men called out other men for misogyny, the way that men like to call out women for feminism, the world would look very different.
It sounds like someone is just simply confused. See, in regards to this,
If men called out other men for misogyny,
men actually do call out other men all the time for misogyny. It's just that you don't see it as often because they tend to keep those things amongst themselves. But most importantly, they're not as performative about calling out other men as women are. But then there's this.
the way that men like to call out women for feminism.
Most men are not calling out feminism. In fact, a lot of men actually support real feminism, which is equality and equal treatment for men and women. But a lot of women really get it twisted when it comes to what actually constitutes feminism, because most of those men are calling out what is known as misandry, which is despising men for being men. But then again, a lot of women who are misandrists are actually deluding themselves into thinking that they are feminists. So it's natural that some women would be confused.
That's simple. Plain and simple.
Do women's delusional expectations require men to set delusional goals?
Yeah. And that's because we got delusional men around here that do delusional with these women. That don't make no sense because they emasculated and simped up. And they think that's how that's going to get the woman. Then when the woman don't cooperate, they want to beat her up. You know how these emasculated men get down, man. Come on.
Should we be blaming simps for women's bad behavior?
I told you this last interview, champ. Yes, they are poison to the planet. If you a simp, you are poison to the planet. You are poison to the woman, because what you doing is you creating another Jezebel for a man to have to operate with, because she gonna leave your simp ass because you emasculated. She don't want to be with no woman. She really want to be with a man, but she f***ing with you because you be doing little. But then when she went into another man that's not no simp, that's gonna teach her about accountability and how to be a virtuous woman, he gonna be dealing with a ticking time bomb because some simp ass nigga done spilled this poison through her blood. They like venomous snakes, man. They don't even need to have women. They need to go through a whole structural course, a non-beta male course. And that'll heal a lot of these females. I'm trying to keep it real with you, man. Tricks make the world go round. I only get that money because of simp.
Didn't women...
Well, what you did a girl with like a 10 body count?
No.
Some people, they go through rough spots in life, you know. The whole thing is like the big joke daddy issues, right? The whole thing. Sometimes people want to be rebellious and they do their thing, you know, and whatever it is, like, you just got to deal with it. And if that's their past and you trust them and you really like them and they're not like that anymore and they're honest with you, then that's up to you to trust them and to you know, take that into consideration.
So you would like to be the 11th or 12th?
So it's not that I would like to be that. It's just more so I'm trying to find someone who would like to build a life with me, you know? Like, if that was your past and that is, like, that's in your past, you can't do nothing about that. You know, especially today, like, dating is really rare. And finding someone who wants to be with you and stay with you is extremely, extremely rare. So if you can find that, then why would you not trust them? You know, and trust is the biggest part of a relationship. You shouldn't be with someone if you can't trust them, you know? And you never know until you take that jump.
Someone asked me how to tell your long-term partner that you're no longer attracted to them in a nice way, and as someone who has had to do it, there is no nice way. Now, at least from the female perspective, losing attraction is very rarely just physical. For me, while there were definitely physical elements of just kind of letting yourself go, a lot of it was emotional. Like, I was working a job while also being a full-time caretaker and while also doing 100% of the mental load. And then there was the added element of, like, he would touch me intimately at really inappropriate times, so I started to kind of get an ick from him touching me. It created an almost fear-based response. So for a dozen different reasons, I was not attracted to him anymore. And once you lose that safety and security with someone, it just kind of is all over from there. We tried different things, we did couples therapy, but at the end of the day, he asked me point blank to my face, "Are you attracted to me?" And I said no. Obviously, I explained everything that I'm explaining now, but all they really hear is No. And it's just one of those things that like no one is going to feel good after this conversation and you just have to rip the band-aid off. I get comments all the time like, but when you're 70, it's not going to matter what they look like. And I'm sorry to be Chris from Love is Blind, but I'm not 70. I'm 33. I'm a very being and I'd like to be attracted to my partner.
So it's okay for us to ask a man how he's going to provide, protect, and secure our future. But it's a problem for him to ask us how we going to be the helpmate, the healer of the home and his rib. We want to be the wife, but we don't want to discuss how. How?
That's because they asses ain't nothing but selfish, materialistic ass little girls. Always wanting something for nothing. Always worried about a man bank account. But you're right. They ass don't be worrying about how they could be a wife to this man, how they could be his real, how they could be his queen, how they could treat him like a king that he is. And then they wonder why these men get with them and dog their ass out. Because guess what you doing? You dogging him out by taking money from him because that's all you want. So since that's all you want, he give you a little bit of it and he do what the hell he want to. Huh. Baby, I want a king because I'm going to be his queen. Checkmate.
Respectfully, the number one DM I get from y'all whack is, how do your female friends feel about you making these videos? All you do is talk about women. All you do is talk about women. No, I don't talk about y'all. I just make observations and y'all get mad in my comments because the shoe fits, Cinderella. I'm not talking about y'all. I really be talking about real situations that I've seen or that has happened to me, and I just talk about it on my phone, and then a million will be in their feelings because they know it's true. But I say that to say this. I done lost a lot of friends, but I've never been that type of friend that's gonna sit there and tell you what you want to hear or what, like, that's just never been me. Quick story, like, I had this one friend, I ain't gonna lie, she had a terrible first baby father. Her baby father, the first one was a real. She said being a mother was hard, she would never do this again, ended up getting pregnant again. Okay, cool. Second time around, her baby father, nice, wholesome man, came from a 2-parent household, very attentive, very good with, they're co-parenting, but he's still a good, loving father. We sitting down having girl talk. It's like 4 of us. This talking about something, yeah, I can't believe my first baby father did all this, and I got this good one now, I'm so thankful. But I'm still putting his on child support because he got to pay for what my first baby father did. So every other in the room was like, yeah, girl, get your money. And I'm sitting there like, no, that's corny. How's that corny? What you mean how that's corny? Why are you going to make a man who's doing for your child on child support? That means you're going to end up getting less than what you're already getting. Stupid. So because I said that, I'm a hater and I'm a pick me and I'm this, I'm that. Oh, I want your baby father. You must want him or something. Why? Because I don't want to see a black man getting child support taken out of his check. Y'all never seen who really take care of their kids and y'all just be so salty that y'all just put them on child support. So now the $3,000 that they made after taxes and then the child support's taken out, that's less money for them and you and your kid. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Genuinely, like, why do y'all think that if somebody's gonna be uncomfortable, it should be a man? When I don't even know you. My mom, sure, you got my seat. My wife, my daughters, if I know you even a little bit, I'm giving that seat to a woman that I know. Random woman? In what world of equality do you think a man should go, oh my God, that woman doesn't have a seat, and we are both equally as able, I should give her my seat? Why? He doesn't know you? You don't know him. Like, there's nothing? He just should see that you're a woman and give you that? What world do you live in? You think you better than me? What do you think? I just don't understand the thought process. Because surely it's not, well, I've been taught this, so this is how it should be. Surely it's not that, right? Surely that's not where you're coming from.
Some of y'all women, you're doing too much. You are the bear in the forest. You need to be scared of yourself. A lot of y'all are running around acting like you so scared of men, acting as if you fear for your life on a day-to-day basis. Girl, men don't even pay you no mind on a day-to-day basis. You go to the mall, they ignore you. You go to the store, they ignore you. You go to the club and the lounges with your homegirls and they talk to everybody but you. Men ain't worried about you. You could be in the forest with a bear and a man, and you got a better chance of the bear wanting to smash. It's almost comical listening to a group of women who invite strangers from dating apps to their house to smash on the first day are scared of men. I can't tell the way y'all be getting pregnant by strangers. Men whose last names you don't even know. Men whose mama you don't meet until the baby shower. I can't tell you scared of these men. Not the way you be out here giving out your address so freely and letting them come over there and Netflix and chill. And somehow y'all scared of men. You scared to be in a forest with a man? Be for real. Y'all are comical. Nobody even takes you serious at this point because you're a joke.
I just got out of therapy and I realized I'm the problem. I thought it was everybody else. I didn't think it was me.
I mean, it sounds like you're on the right track. I mean, it do. It sounds like you're on the right track. A lot of people would have heard what their therapist said and they would have still kept lying to themselves. But not you. You went home and you told yourself the truth.
Remember, it's better to tell the truth.
And that's no lie. Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Woman of Atlanta, you guys been asking me, where are the single men at? Where am I going to find good-looking singles? And usually I tell you that they are home. Typically they're home. But this is the weekend for you. You need to lock in, all right? Go to Porch Fest. All my boys that are single who just stay at home and do their work, they're going to Porch Fest. And then the week after, on Thursday, Alive After 5. My guys, they love breweries. This is a good time for them to go out and not be too serious, not be too much clubbing or partying. This is so they can have drinks with the boys. So this is the perfect time to meet good-looking men. You ask, this is your answer. If you don't come out and you're like, where's the guys? It's your fault.
Am I the only one that just hates being single and alone? I had so many people in my last TikTok commenting saying that, oh, being alone is great. You get to do your own thing. You get to have freedom. And although that may be true, I still crave love. I still want to be desired and wanted by someone. I want to feel like I matter and that someone loves me. I've been alone most of my life and I can tell you right now, it is not fun. So yeah, I don't know, like, I don't think I can ever truly be happy if I'm completely alone for the rest of my life. Although I do think that being in a toxic relationship or a bad relationship is definitely worse than being alone. But at the same time, I'm not sure if some people understand the feeling of just being completely alone and feeling like nobody really wants you. It's quite depressing and it makes you feel worthless.
What does it mean when they say, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, I don't have time right now, but I'm fine with like friends with benefits or something casual?
That means that you don't qualify for a relationship commitment.
But it's rude though. They want everything a relationship has to offer, but no title, and you're not allowed to like see other people.
Yeah, you don't qualify for a relationship. You only qualify for zone. You only qualify to be smashed is what they're telling you.
That's mean.
I mean,
how would they feel if a woman did that to them? They'd probably
think about it. You do it into them right now because you have those guys in your friend zone and they don't qualify for, but they qualify for time, attention, and resources. Well, but you're just like, okay, I'm just going to keep you in a friend zone forever. So we could say that that's evil too, because you know their true intentions, but you have ulterior motives to keep them in a certain place and to garner time, attention, and resources.
Don't miss. In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Ma'am, I asked you, why do you need a high value man? You want it because of the lifestyle. And that's fine. Just say, I want a high value lifestyle. I don't want to live like this. I'd rather have more money, more things to do, and I don't make the kind of money to do that. I want somebody to pay for it. I could at least respect that. Do you work?
Yes, I do.
Do you make more than $50,000 a year?
Almost that amount.
Okay. Would you be all right with a man making almost that amount?
No, I wouldn't.
Exactly. Exactly. There you go, gentlemen. Another woman who wants more. This is why I don't talk about regular guys, because even women in her position want men making more than her. 36, and she still wants a man earning more. Ma'am, I get that you want that, but you're shooting outside of your looks league. And men who have high value money don't pick 36-year-olds when they can get 25-year-olds. You don't need a high value man. All you need is a man. But you want a rich man. You don't need one. What would you say you rank on the look scale from 1 to 10? You can't use 7. The laugh, gentlemen? Maybe 6. Exactly. Why would a high value man who can afford 8s, 9s, and 10s get a 36-year-old 6?
Not every high.
Exactly. Exactly. Spoken by the woman who does not even have one, but you said 2 of them want to marry you and you ain't went on a date with them.
God damn.
I just realized women really don't need men, like, at all. Life would be so much better if men didn't exist. The only reason we really need them is to have babies, right? Well, and I guess we also need them to do all those hard jobs we don't want to do, like oil rigging, plumbing, building all our roads and infrastructure, like all those jobs, we don't want to do that. But really, we don't need them. And I guess it is nice to have a husband, like a soulmate, someone that really loves us. It's nice to have someone to spoil you, pay for everything, buy us flowers, someone that really loves us and like supports us emotionally, physically, validates us, protects us, supports us financially. But that's about it. Honestly, we really, really don't need men, do we?
And you know, you have to understand that when you ask about where all the good men are, a lot of these men are quiet. They're right in front of you. They didn't disappear. They just quiet. I'm selective. I'm less willing to throw myself into another situation that looks and that feels unserious. You look and you feel unserious. This whole thing that we got going on looks and feels unserious. It looks like you playing around. You about to play with my money, about to play with my time. Some of these brothers got kids and you about to play with my kids. And if you start doing that, you might have a